What's up, everybody? Well, I've got a 443, I believe, or was it $47? Hold on a second. I want to get this right and not fib. All right, 447. I'll hopefully get that right from now on. $447 gaming PC gameplay video for you guys today. And today we are going to do ourselves some Elden Ring. Just did this on the capture computer with the 9070 because someone was curious about how it ran without ray tracing. I tried it with ray tracing too, just to see the difference in power. And oh boy, was there a bunch. So I also figured, hey, we got to get some games played on this new PC, so why not start with Elden Ring? It's still pretty popular, and I love the game. As you can see, I put 337 hours into it, although truth be told, most of that is me just sucking and getting owned and having to try bosses 400 times in a row, but it's still besides the point. Still love the game. It's that much more gratifying when I finally win, but I have to wait for it to finish downloading. It was quite a big game. I did not remember it being a 66 gig game, but hey, that's what it is, so that's what we're downloading. So as soon as it's done, we'll hop on in and look at the settings. Hey, thankfully, you guys don't gotta wait. All right, we're gonna start off by trying to run some ray tracing, probably being overzealous, even trying ray tracing on a system like this, but I figured we'd try it because somebody'd be interested. And other than that, yeah, we just went with high settings other than turning motion blur off. But I think in this game, no matter what I did, there's stuff and spots where it just would not stay above 60. And it also had like a weird little like issue where it like made the screen go black for a while. Probably because the GPU was clocking too high. I found that out when I got to another game and had to do a little downclocking in Adrenaline software. But anyway, let's hop into the game. So now we're turning ray tracing off. Still can't get a 60 everywhere, but still a little bit less stuttery and whatnot though, at the very least. So let's go look at the rest of the settings though, because there's more than just this page after all. I kept everything else exactly the same though. And after that, I even tried to see if we can't get 60 by turning off some CPU intensive stuff. But even that didn't really work that well. But I figured I'd try. But anyway, let's go see what this does first. So I tried to do a little custom settings. I don't really think it made that big of a difference, but I still wanted to at least try. And who knows, maybe if somebody puts it side by side, maybe these settings do in fact get a couple more FPS better. But it still drops under 60, so I guess to me it still felt like I lost. Either way, why don't we go hop onto the game, see how this does, and then we'll do a little cam recorded gameplay too, just for the hell of it. I just like doing that. Don't know why. I know why. I like showing off what it'd be like from someone's point of view playing the system. But why don't we now hop into the game? Alright, let's get a little camera recorded gameplay. But it seems like this thing's CPU is just a little too weak to get 60 everywhere here. I figured I'd lower some like shadows and then some CPU options that usually are a little CPU intensive, but even that wasn't enough to get us 60 plus everywhere. Oh, whoops. I was like, where's all of our sound at? I forgot, we've got it on whatchamacallit mode. And here we go. Much better. There we go. Yeah, the only really weird thing it did was it, like, I thought it crashed earlier with the ray tracing on, but no. I think I just stepped on the frickin' cable, and it just so happened to, like, not like that and freeze up, and then make the screen go black, because I unplugged the screen and plugged it back in, and it came right back. I figured that, again, we were going to have at least a driver timeout or something, even though it, like, recovered or something, but no. So I don't know what the hell's with that, and it hasn't happened since. See, we still dropped out like 49 and shit. Kind of annoying. But for how cheap this thing is, it's still very playable. But, I mean, we are limited to 60 FPS, but we're probably also CPU bottlenecked too. But I can't use that we're not getting to 100% GPU utilization as an excuse because it's only getting 60. Of course it's not going to use 100% of what it can do. It's only sitting at 1.3 gigahertz right now. That's why I think the drops are from the CPU. And looking at certain things. You're going certain places. But as long as you got variable refresh rate, as long as you're not dropping too much farther down in that 40. That 40 is when you're still going to notice it, but 59, 58, I wouldn't really notice a huge difference between those. Now, if I was getting 100 and something, then I dropped down to 60, the hell yeah, I'm going to notice that. Or down to 57. But let's just say this is definitely better than the Steam Deck plays it, that's for sure. My Steam Deck play costed way more than that. But like $180 more for the LCD and like almost $200 more for the OLED model. And now the prices are even more ridiculous. They were pretty damn reasonably priced for what it was before, but now, no. No good. But whatever. I don't get to control the prices of all that stuff, unfortunately. But at least a system like this, you can still get a pretty damn nice system for under $500. Hey, stop trying to eat me. I'm trying to make a video. Stupid dog. I found a rock. So I wonder if that means if I tried this game out on the 10700K, if we would run into the same problem. Because this thing was bottlenecking at 3080, and it bottlenecks this, I think, in some instances. We got stuffs. Nothing I really need, but I don't know. I'm a pack rat. I usually pick up everything. Yeah, if we can't hit 60 all the time in this game, we're probably absolutely screwed for the other games I'm going to test. Still going to test them, though. I absolutely adore the art design of this game. All the Souls games are pretty fucking sweet too. And Bloodborne. Lots of these Souls-like games, not just these guys. From Squaresoft, or what was it, FromSoft? I can't remember who makes this game. Never that Squaresoft. That was something that Square Enix turned into. Or came from, rather. Anyway, I think that's probably good. Let's wrap up, shall we? Well, alright guys, that is a wrap for Elden Ring. And unfortunately, even on this game that I thought was going to be pretty easy to run, we couldn't even hit 60 all the time. But that's exactly why I didn't want to keep this CPU with the 3080. That 3080 was getting held back way too much. I mean, it's not like the 10700K was like a huge uptick, but it's still, at least even in Cyberpunk, got us like 5 more FPS or something like that just from a CPU upgrade. And there could be way bigger differences in other games. I think I should probably go play this on there too, just to see if it does the same thing. It's the same gen CPU, so so maybe it can't hit 60 everywhere either, you would think. But I'll save that for another day. For today, I wanted to do videos on this thing, so I still wanted to try that Fun Runners game and that Assassin's Creed game. I'll do Halo 2, but I want to finish beating the game first. I already started last night. I want to beat it first before I have to take the account off that computer, because with that game to test it, you have to like deactivate your account and then sign back in on another computer. And then you got to remember to deactivate it off that computer, otherwise I won't remember what the hell one I left off on, and I just won't ever be able to play on anything, because it just won't let you play if you don't sign out of the computer you've last played on. Kind of annoying, but it is what it is. So I figured I'd just deal with these games today. But sucks it can't hit 60 everywhere, but it's still more than playable experience, especially for what this thing costed. I knew that CPU was going to hold things back just like it did with the 3080, and it probably does even with a CPU or GPU like the 7600. But hey, at least it was under $500, so and the fact that it can play games this well even is nice. But with that said, that's all for the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, because I sure as hell enjoyed making it for you guys. Still can't peace out with a dominant hand like I'd like, but whatever. We got our working left hand, so left-handed peace out. And until the next video.